coming to you live from the beautiful Louis Lake in upstate New York. This is our campsite for the night. Oh, it's so amazing. This is like the best campsite I've ever had in my whole life. And today I want to share with you the message that came through in my journaling this morning was 5 steps to create the life and the business of your dreams, the one that you really desire, the one that really brings you the joy and the happiness that you're seeking. And there are 5 simple steps to this. And I really believe that your life, your dream business, it already exists. It's really a case of excavating it and of tuning in to getting really clear on what that is for you, and then really just stepping into that one step at a time. So the 5 steps are: number 1, create space for the new life to enter. And it's a very simple concept, but if we are really, really busy doing all of the things that we don't really enjoy and aren't really at that level that we want to be experiencing, it's really important to start creating some space, both pockets of time, as well as energy and focus, to be able to, start to bring those new aspects of the life that you really desire to be living to come in. Because if you're just jam-packed full of other things, then there's going to be no space for you to bring those new, fun and exciting things into your life. So that's number 1, create space for the new life to enter. Number 2 is to release everything that's not in alignment. So that's really the next step from that, is just identifying the things that you do not want to experience more of, the things that aren't really doing it for you, and to let them go and allow that to create the space for the new thing to enter. Number 3 is to become uncomfortable with unknown and empty spaces. And, there's a reason that we stay busy, right? That's a form of resistance. It's a form of self-sabotage. It's a form of clinging and not allowing ourselves to surrender to the new experience that we desire, because there's some aspect of our being which is afraid of having that, or there's something that we think about. There's danger in the unknown. Obviously, our mind is always trying to keep us in repetitive situations and conditions, because whatever we've been doing up until this moment has worked so far, and in as far as that we're alive. But when we're looking to take things to the next level, it's really important to start to release and to step into the unknown, and to really take those leaps of faith and step into creating things that maybe we've never actually even created before. So it's important to get comfortable with that and to shift into faith, knowing that it's possible and that we are taking the chance that we might actually be able to receive that new thing. Then the next step is to be intentional and to decide and be clear on what you do want and what you don't want. Again, we'll fall into those old patterns of living our life and filling our life and our schedule and giving our energy away to things that maybe aren't really doing it for us. So it's really important to always come back and be intentional and be very clear and very decisive, not kind of one foot in, one foot out, or, this is okay for me now, but then I'll just fall back into my old habits and old ways of doing things. If you want to progressively up level and increase the quality and the happiness of the joy you're experiencing in your life, and changing your actions accordingly, it's very important to be very clear and decisive about that. And then that leads us to the final step, which is the magic lies in specificity. So, you can say, I want to be happier, want to have more freedom, I want to have more money, I want to have more fulfilling work, I want to have a greater impact. But getting into the real specificities of how you want to deliver that, or how you want to experience that, and how you want it to show up for you, that's when it becomes really easy to create it. Because there's a big difference between, having a fulfilling job that brings you loads of money where you're working 50 hours a week and one where you're working 20 hours a week. And what are the hours of the day that you want to work? Who are the type of people that you want to work with? What are the types of conversations that need to be had in order to create those types of opportunities? As you can see, once you get into the specificity of the details, suddenly it becomes, the steps become a lot more logical for you to kind of be able to wrap your head around it, to A, believe it's possible for you, and B, start taking clearly defined action to create that thing. So just to recap those 5 steps for you again: 1, create space for the new life to enter. 2, release everything that's not in alignment, that doesn't feel good for you. Give yourself permission to let it go and create space for it. Number 3, be comfortable with unknown empty spaces to allow space for that new thing to enter. And then number 4, be intentional and decide and be clear on what it is that you desire. And then number 5, the magic lies in specificity. So take that and run with it and see what you come up with. Have a look, just see what pops to your mind as we're listening to this. Maybe there's some things that you know it's time to let go. Maybe there's some things that you kind of have a goal around, but it's not quite specific enough for you to be able to take clear action on it. And, you know, this is exactly the work that I do with my clients around their businesses and creating the income they desire, doing the work that's the most exciting to them. You already know what that is. You already have a hunch and intuition and excitement that's leading you in that direction. It's really just you about carving out the space to bring that thing in, to bring in the new creatively fulfilling income streams, you know, those services that you're offering that will enable you to hit that next level of income. So it's really just going through the specificities of that process and taking action on them one by one and really cultivating the mindset that allows you to do that continuously. So you're continuously stepping into that new level of fulfillment and satisfaction and results. So if this is calling to you, this is the last week for you to get in on Content Queen at the promo launch price. Then it's going up by $3,000 at the end of the month, back to the usual price that it costs to work with me with this at this level of in-depth one-on-one. So send me a message if this is calling to you, and I do have another couple of offers, so we can have a chat about what might be best for you in terms of getting the support to really start creating momentum so that you can start seeing the results and creating those income streams and attracting clients in a feel-good way that's really exciting for you around the work you're most excited to do. So send me a message if this is calling to you, and sending you lots of chill vibes from Lake Louie.